Why, hello there YouTube and welcome to a Revolting review. I am Random Ross and today I'm reviewing Final Destination Bloodlines. So, this is written by Guy Busick and Laurie Evans Taylor, directed by Zach Lipovsky and Adam Stein, starring Kaitlyn Santa Juana, Teo Briones or something, Richard Harmon, Owen Patrick Joyner, and Lore and Brec Bassinger, and the late great Tony Todd. So this is the sixth movie in the Final Destination franchise, where we see in the late 60s a woman named Iris went on a date with her boyfriend and then had this premonition on the Skyview in Seattle, I believe. Tall tower thing. And during that premonition, she prevents everyone from dying and the entire disaster, therefore cheating death. And then, of course, it goes down 2 generations to where Stephanie, played by Kaitlyn Santa Juana, whatever her name is having nightmares of that very event and tracks down her grandmother to find out what's going on. And she discovers that her and her family were never meant to exist. Also, having acquired this book and all her grandmother Iris's research, they find that all the people that should have died went on to have families, which makes me think, yes, I bet all these protagonists we've seen throughout the past 5 movies were all from those families, like were children or grandchildren of those people who should have died, and that's why death was picking them off one by one till he gets down to the last family. And of course they need some advice as family members start to die, along with her grandmother who does it to prove it to her. And then of course, like I say, her cousins start to drop dead, and she has to find a way to cheat death. She then turns to JB, which is revealed to be John William Bloodworth, played by the late Tony Todd, who gives them some advice, brings up the woman from the second movie, Kimberly, who cheated death, and she did one of the things to break the cycle, which was flatline and die and come back, which we see in the second movie. Then of course he gives us one final message which really hit me in the heart, because that moment when he's talking and giving that speech, he genuinely is not just saying goodbye in the movie, he's saying goodbye to his fans, to the whole damn years he's worked in the horror film industry. He was saying goodbye, and I could see that. I could see at that point he was actually probably not even acting at all. But yeah, his brief scene in it, and you could tell the guy was ill, and he gave us one final show there, which, just props for him. What a legend. He is a legend, and his legacy will live on in horror forever. Sleep easy, Candyman. So yeah, this was also in his memory as well, in this. And then of course, so Stephanie has to find out how she can break this cycle, and believing that she had in the end, only for death to turn around and be like, nope, you're gonna die. So yeah, what did I like about this film? Well, this was just under 2 hours long. It was 110 minutes, and I liked it. I thought the opening dragged a little bit. The opening scene where we're in the 60s, that drags because that she was going to have that premonition, and I was just sat there for a good, I don't know how long it was on for, but it felt like a little while before things started getting going, and we actually do see that, we actually find out as well who and what William Bloodworth is. Spoiler warning now. Turns out William Bloodworth was there that night that Iris should have died. His mother was in the band singing. He was a little kid, and she saved his life. And we find out that over the years they've had a friendship and have exchanged ideas. So yeah, I mean, I did have a theory a long time ago, thinking, I bet this guy's cheated death and he's doing, like, working around the dead, you know, as a coroner and all that, to surrounding himself by the dead. Thinking maybe is that the last place death is going to go. But yeah, we finally get an answer on him. And we also find out that he's at the very bottom of that list because he was the last one to go. And the way the film ended, I'm thinking, I bet he's ready for it. He's ready for death. But yeah, I watched it also for the kills. I thought some of the kills were creative. Some of the kills were funny. The kill we see in the trailer, the first teaser trailer where he's in the tattoo shop tattooing himself and he gets his nose piercing caught on that chain, etc. with the fan. Yeah, I watched that and then I was like, what? Yeah. A couple of fake outs here and there, but good fake outs. Some of the deaths were cartoony and funny. There's like one scene in the opening where we see a piano land on a kid, where it's like, I was like, like Looney Tunes. Yeah, but he splats. There's even a bit where a guy gets cut in half with an elevator, and yeah, just a lot of crazy, messed up gore in there. I also like the lawnmower kill again, which we see in the trailer, you know, that bit. And then we get a kill in the hospital with the whole, you know, CT scanner where the magnet is put on, and it's, you know, some of that was funny, the way we see that happen. And then, of course, you know, there was these, you know, we see another reference to the second movie as well with the logs, and quite a gruesome demise at the end. I will say, you know, the effects could have been a bit better. I felt that they were too, well, they weren't practical effects, but they were digital effects. But I feel that they could have maybe done them better. But once the ball got rolling, it got rolling, and I was even laughing at some of the cartoony deaths, especially the death of Julia, where she's, you know, where you know, Stephanie actually points out a predicament that could happen, and then it actually does. And we see it in the background where she's like, boom, and then like, that was funny. I thought that's the thing. Some of the deaths are played for laughs and are funny. You know, for me, the second film for me still holds up with the funniest death scenes. But yeah, I thought this was a good end to the franchise. I don't think we need any more of this. If, you know, like we say, we've given what we know now about William Bloodworth, you know, I don't think there's any need for any more of these movies. Also, Tony Todd is no longer with us. Even though he didn't appear in the fourth film, he did voice cameo in the third one as the Devil Ride in the third movie. You know, let's leave. Let this franchise go now. Let this franchise be dead. You know, Death finished his plan. You know, his list. He got everyone who was supposed to die and who were never supposed to live or exist. So yeah, Final Destination Bloodlines, it was worth the wait. It was worth the wait, and I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was gory. You know, some of the kills were slapstick fun and crazy. I enjoyed watching it, and yeah, maybe next I'll have to rank these movies. When I don't know when I'll do them, but I'll definitely rank them up, because it's not going to be an easy ranking, but I'll do it. But yeah, so Final Destination Bloodlines, what am I going to rate this one? I will give Final Destination Bloodlines, you know what, I will give it 4 stabs out of 5. 4 stabs out of 5 for Final Destination Bloodline. So there you go. There is my review. Have you seen it? Let me know what you think down below in the comments, and if you like this video, be sure to hit a big thumbs up, share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. All my social media links are linked down below in the description. And yeah, I will see you soon. So yeah, and like Bloodworth said, life is precious. Enjoy every single second of it, because we do take life for granted, don't we, a lot of the time. 5 years ago, though, all the things that we did take for granted, like going to the cinema, going out and stuff, wasn't so easy because of lockdowns and restrictions. I guess we all need to have a good appreciation of life, don't we? Anyway, yeah, I'm rambling on now. So yeah, until next time, don't have nightmares.